Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. How are you feeling, beautiful people? Welcome to RFD Talk. I'm your host, Robin F. David, and you can call me RFD. How are you today, beautiful people? How are you feeling out there? Let me know if you can hear me very well because I'm trying my new mic out and I'm hoping that you all can hear me. So here we are, beautiful people. Welcome, beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in every Tuesday morning here to the RFD Talk Show. I'm elated again to have you. Please like, share, and comment. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, um, no further ado, let's get to the topic today, beautiful people. So, our topic today is elevating your well being, the art of self care. So, elevating your well being, the art of self care is something that's something I love talking about each and every day. That's again, being that I am a self published author, I'm an Amazon bestseller, and I am a certified life coach, an inspirational speaker. And my favorite topics here on the RFD Talk Show is going to be self care, self love, self awareness, self healing. What I like to share with women and men who have been through pain emotionally is that you have the power to heal yourself. You have the power to live and elevate your life with purpose and to feel good from the inside out. So it's been my journey for the last 20 years. Self care has been one of the things, really was like the caterpillar that changed my life, that calibrated my life, right? So once it was introduced to me 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago, it's just like the core of everything, right? So I like to introduce self care as a term that has gained popularity in the recent years. As people are recognizing the importance of taking care of themselves in order to maintain physical, mental, and emotional well being. Today on the show, I will be talking about the importance. We will explore what self care is and why it is so important, and how to incorporate self care practices in your daily life. How many of you every day is very conscious that you're doing something for yourself? Every day that you're doing some type of self care. So for me, the holistic approach is the whole physical part, the mental part, taking care of oneself, right? So self care is a holistic approach to taking care of your entire your oneself, right? Excuse me, I think I already said that, but I'm looking at my notes today because I want to stay to the point. We got 20 minutes today, right? So I want to make these 20 minutes very, very clear on our topic today. So it involves activities that practice that promote well-being. So when you're self-caring, it reduces stress. These practices help you promote, well, it reduces your stress. Let me go back to that. But it enhances overall, excuse me, guys, overall quality of life. So the concept of self-care is rooted in the understanding that all that we have are basic needs in life that are met in order to function an optimal life. Like in order to function very well in life, you gotta have a self-care practice. That's what I'm really trying to read off my card today. And it's been fun because I made these notes so I can be really honest with you. Self-care is everything. It helps you order your steps in the day, your physical health. It helps you with your emotional well being. It helps you with your mental clarity and social connection. Because if you're not doing any type of self care, those areas you might find are not functioning and flowing in the direction that you would like them. So, first key to self care is your physical self care. And as you've seen this year already, I've had a great fitness coach on because that's a part of self care. So, you may be wanting to take care of your body this year. 2024, we're at the beginning of the year and we're really evaluating how do we elevate our well being this year, right? So, one of the things that you may want to look at is your physical practice on a regular day. And recently this week, I am doing a detox, right? So, that's a physical self care for me. I'm on a 3-day detox and I'm also incorporating my workout. So, for me, workout is simple. It's just a walk. I walk about a mile a day and I do yoga. So that's about a 15-minute practice, 15-minute walk. So in a total of 30 minutes, I have did a physical self-care. And that's what I recommend for you all. It doesn't have to be a very long process to do physical fitness, but definitely you want to do something physical. And so, or you might need a coach or someone that helps you with that. But one of the key concepts to self-care is physical self-care, and you want to get proper eating, exercising that requires you to have accurate sleeping and proper hygienes, right? So those are self-care for the physical. Now, key point number 2 will be emotional self-care. This focuses on nurturing your emotional well-being by recognizing and expressing your feelings, engaging in activities that bring you joy. Did you hear that? Self care is engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation and seeking support from others when needed. That's the second key to self care. The third self care key would be mental self care. This involves engaging activities that stimulate your mind, such as reading. And one of the things I recommend, you can purchase a book from me. You can purchase a book from me, Healing from the Inside Out, Healthy, Abundant, and Wise. You can order a book from me. You can get your book of the week, the month, or join a. But reading is so good, right? So that's one of the mental self cares. And then you also, of course, one of my favorites is mindfulness, which is breathing. It's important that we take those deep breaths and remind ourselves to be present with ourselves. So definitely know that meditation and engaging in creative outlets, those things keep your mental self-care together. How many of you have programs that you are signing up for this year? Please leave it in the comments. Would love to know what you're doing for self-care this year in 24. Number 4, social self-care. This pertains to maintaining healthy relationships and connections with one's seeking support from Thank you. I've been on here almost 12 minutes. Thank you. I'm so glad you joined me because I was asking in the early part of this show, did you guys hear me? OMG. Thank you, Prince. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so I guess no one heard me in the beginning because I just realized the sound was not on. And so I've been going on for almost 13 minutes, and this is supposed to be a 20-minute session. Okay. So we were talking about self-care if you didn't hear me and you just joined the show. I'm Robin F. David, also known as RFD. I am a inspirational speaker, holistic coach, and I am a Amazon bestseller, a self-published author. And yes, I am your self-care teacher, right? That's my favorite subject to talk about. And today we're talking about the best practices in self-care and how that's important to elevating your well-being and the art of self-care. And you can do self-care in 20 minutes in your day, but you definitely want to make it a priority. And so for me, I was talking about the best practices. One of the ones will be prioritizing self-care. Make self-care a priority in your life by scheduling dedicated time for yourself in the day or weekly routines. Number two would be customize your self-care practices. Identify activities that resonate with you and bring you joy. Incorporate them into your self-care routine. Number three, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and practice self-compassion, especially during challenging times. So whenever, reason I am a big fan of self-care, I look over my life in the last 20 plus years when I made self-care a priority for me, I realized that through challenging times, you definitely want to look at your self-care routine because it helps you stay above the challenge, right? So the challenge is real, but if you're doing the self-care in life, it helps you flow above. And that is the best way you want to deal with a challenge is doing self-care. So anytime anytime life becomes really challenging for Coach RFD, I look at my self-care. I need to watch my eating. So I look up those four that I mentioned in the beginning of the show. The four key concepts is physical self-care. That was number one. Number two is emotional self-care. Number three is mental self-care. And number four was social self-care. So I'm just kind of recapping as we're getting ready to close because my goal is to make this short, sweet, and get you prepared for an amazing day today. Do you have any questions, beautiful people? If you have questions, please leave the questions in the feed. I would love to respond to any questions that you have. And also, do you have any wins this week? Before we finish up the show, I like to ask, what was your wins this week? One of my wins for this week was I got an opportunity to work with a good friend. And we're going to see each other today for lunch. Well, later on today, one of my good friends is coming in town. She's flying in today. So that's a win for me today. So I get to hang out with her and we'll get to chat it up and talk. So that's a big win. What win did you have today or this week? You might want to leave that in the feed. We'd love to know and how to celebrate you in your win this week. And also, before we finish up, I definitely want to go back to the common pitfalls that most people have. And then did I finish? Just a second. Let me slow down because I'm trying to keep it into 20 minutes. Where was I? Let me look at my notes again. So we had the best practices so I'm going to go back to that really quick and recap. So we did the prioritize your self-care, customize your self-care. Number three was practice your self-compassion. Okay, these last couple I have to go over, people. So I might go a little over 20 minutes. But the number 4 is set boundaries. Learn to say no to activities or commitments that drain your energy. So learn to say no. Just say no. If it drains your energy, you just say no. It don't feel like you will be setting yourself free by setting boundaries, and your energy will feel much better. That nurtures and replenishes you when you say no. Number 5, seek support. Reach out to others when need support. That is so important in our lives, that we reach out to people when we are in need of support, whether it be from family, friends, or professionals. Reach out. And some of the common pitfalls, and we're almost finished. I'm going to wrap this up in 20 minutes, guys. And like I said, this video, the beginning, the sound was out. OMG. Okay, beautiful people. So I don't want to take a whole nother 20 minutes and go back to the beginning, but I want to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for taking your Tuesday and stopping by and chatting it up with me. And next week, I do have a guest next week, so stay tuned. We'll have an amazing guest. She's doing big things in Nashville, so I'm excited that next week I'll have a wonderful guest. And I also have a few other people who have booked with RFD Talk Show, so stay tuned. But next week, I know for sure you don't want to miss the show next week, okay? Because I'm excited to have her on the show. She is doing major things in ministry and in film and television and radio. She is doing major things. So her name is Taffy Williams, and she'll be here next week. So just closing it up, I definitely want to say thank you for all of you who are following me, subscribe to my page. I really appreciate you. Now, some of the final things I want to say, we got less than 3 minutes. Let me get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it out, beautiful people. So some of the common pitfalls that people run into when it comes to self-care. Many people feel guilty for taking time for self-care. But it's important to remember that self-care is not selfish. Taking time for yourself allows you to be better care for others. And that's what I started learning over 20 years ago. The better I started taking care of myself, because I am a mother. Hello, beautiful. Thank you for stopping over. Yes, I would love for you to be a guest. I'm looking for you being a guest. Self-care as a mother of 5, that is really important. I feel like the better I self-care for me, the better I am for my children, my partner, my business partners. Everything actually flows better with self-care. So you definitely want to not feel guilty. Don't feel guilty about it. I run into that a lot with women. It's like, well, I got to put my husband and my children. No, put yourself first. And I'm running around here doing everything for everybody. That is an old statement. No more of that. Okay, so let it go. Don't feel guilty. And number 2 is overcommitment. Avoid overcommitting yourself and leaving little time for self-care. A lot of us do that. We say yes to all of our friends and things, and we get on so many boards, and we do that, and we'll let other people, like, oh, can you do this for us? And will you do this for us? And most of us, like, don't know how to say no. Not this week. It's not a good week, because that's my self-care time. And so just definitely remember that no is a power word for 2024, okay? And self-care, it is a wonderful word. And not taking on so many commitments. I had somebody ask me, could I do something the other day? And it sounds simple, easy. She was like, Sister Robin, can you do this? And da-da-da. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I could. And then I decided, no, I don't have the energy for that. And I want to be honest. You want to be honest with yourself. A lot of times when we're overcommitted, it's because we're not being honest with ourselves. So we're saying yes to other people, being more of a people pleaser, and really just not showing up for our own well-being. And yes, knowing that you don't have the energy. Yes, you are so right. Because that's the thing we do. We say when we overcommit, we don't have it. The day comes and that you said yes to doing something for this other person in their project, and you're like, oh, I just not feeling it today, right? You're like, oh my God, you don't have the energy. So you gotta pay attention to that in 24. If you're overcommitting yourself, let's change that in 24. Let's elevate your well-being this year, right? And do it in 20 minutes. So let me get ready to wrap this up. Okay, I keep saying that because I still got to look at my notes. Neglecting. Number 3 would be neglecting self-care. It is easy to neglect self-care during busy periods and when facing stress, but this is when self-care is most important. It is. Let me share with you as a person that I named that I'm a speaker, coach, author. I'm also a licensed nail technician by trade. I'm still actively in the beauty industry part time. And I say that to say, the more busier you are, the definitely you want to have self care. You definitely want to make it your priority because still it could still not be the best way to live life. And people say, I'm just busy. I don't like that. I'll be like, I like to say I am fruitful and I am enjoying everything I've said yes to. So be careful about neglecting your self-care because make self-care a constant, consistent practice no matter how busy you get. No matter how fruitful your schedule gets. And then nextly, I would like to say, thank you again. I think that, and I know that some people think that self care is expensive. There might be some of the questions you might have. Is self care expensive? But self care is not really expensive. You can do it affordably. You can go out and do a walk. You can also sign up for places like the YMCA. They have programs that are based upon your income. You want to make self care affordable, easy, not worrying about spending a whole lot of money on it. And then the other thing some people say is self care only for individuals who have a lot of free time. No, that could be a question you have in your mind. No, it's not. And then how do self care? How do you know you practice enough self care? That could be a question you might have, and you can listen to your body. So if you want to know if you're practicing enough self care, listen to your body and your emotions, because your emotions will let you know if you are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, burnt out, or maybe a sign that you're not prioritizing. Excuse me, your self care. So we're going to wrap it up because I'm over. I went over my 20 minutes with you beautiful people. Thank you for being patient with me. And again, for the first 13 minutes of this, you may not. I got a new mic and I didn't realize that it wasn't. I'm trying to use the mic so that it would sound better, but I don't know if this mic is a fit for my equipment, but I'm working on some things in 2024 to bring to the RFD Talk Show. So I definitely wanted to have a better mic. And so I'm hoping you guys heard something today that inspired you with your self-care. But in conclusion for today, self-care is an essential it's an asset of maintaining physical, mental, and emotional well-being by prioritizing self-care, customizing practices that resonate with you, and seeking support when needed. You can enhance your overall quality of life and better navigate the challenges that come your way. Remember that self-care is not selfish. It is an investment in your own well-being. Thank you, beautiful people, for allowing me to go over today and to have some challenges, technical challenges in the beginning. Thank you again. I am Robin F. David, aka RFD. I am here to inspire you to embrace, love, and nurture yourself and others. Until next week, like I said, the lineup for the RFD Talk Show is filling up. If you're interested in being on the show, check me out. Check it out. Love to have you. If you feel like you're a guest that will be able to share something here on our platform, you're welcome to inbox me at rfdtalk@gmail.com. And then if you would like to work with me, definitely check out my website, which is robinfdavid.com, or you can go to Pinsite. I'm going to put that up. Let me find my Pinsite. Oh, did I put it on here today, guys? I have a Pinsite website, and that is in the description. So the Pinsite, I did put that in the description. So if you're looking to find me, you can book with me, or if you're looking to have accountability partner as a life coach, I am open to helping you with some of these self-care priorities and helping you create a better 2024. Thank you again for elevating your well-being here today on the RFD Talk Show. And I am out of here, beautiful people. I'll see you next Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. Have an amazing day. Thank you. And please, again, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube. And follow me on all my platforms. Love you. Have a highly favored and peaceful self-care day. Bye.